Hey my ladies, so jumping straight into the makeup, but before we do, I just wanted to say that I know that the footage is overexposed. I tried to film using natural sunlight and it kind of backfired, but I'll have that fixed in the next video. For now, I am jumping straight into the brows, which I did off camera, but now I'm carving them out using a concealer. By the way, everything that I'm using will be in the description box. Since this is a short video, I am moving pretty fast, but I'm gonna walk y'all through it and we can do a more detailed tutorial later. For now, just enjoy this one. With that same concealer, I am placing it all on my eyelids so that I can get a base for the eyeshadows that I'm using. And then for skin prep, I'm using this serum from the pharmacy that I've been loving lately just to give my skin some moisture before I go in with my complexion products. After that, I'm also going in with a moisturizer and I'm just going to let this sit while I go ahead and do my eyeshadow. I'm also making sure to get that moisturizer on my under eye because we're putting setting powder there and you do not want a dry under eye when doing your makeup. Now I'm going into eyeshadow and I'm using this fluffy brush for my crease. So I'm just taking a brown shade from the palette that I'm using, which is a Juvia's Place palette. It is just one of the best like palettes to have because you can use it for so many things other than just eyeshadow. But anyway, I'm taking that brown shade, that first brown shade, and using it in my crease. And then you can see that I'm taking the same brush and I'm taking that darker brown in the palette and I'm concentrating it on my crease, and I'm also winging it out just because I want it to kind of lift my face up a little bit. And then I'm taking this lighter kind of like taupey color and putting it on my lid. And then I'm taking an even deeper brown and putting it in the corner of my eye and then blending them all together. And this is what I came up with. So for skin, I am taking this Danessa Myricks primer. This is one of her moisturizing primers. Again, y'all, my skin has been super dry, so I am making sure to use all moisturizing products on my skin. Next, I'm using Danessa's Water Powder Serum, only in my T-zone because that's where I get the most oil. And this is a oil controlling product. Next, I'm taking a skin tint as my foundation, I guess you can say. I'm not really a foundation girl. Like I wear foundation here and there, but it's just not needed for a day-to-day look for me personally because as you can see, I don't have that many blemishes. So I like to keep it light. Next, I am taking this cream bronzer from Juvia's Place and I'm getting some of it up with the brush and then I'm rubbing the excess off in the cap. That's just how I like to do my cream products so that I don't go in too heavy. And then I'm also using this angled brush to apply it. I'm also doing the same thing with this cream blush from Danessa Myricks. Y'all, I love me some Danessa Myricks, okay? Y'all will see her stuff a lot on my channel. I just love, love, love her products and I recommend them to anybody. As you can see, I'm going back in with that same brush that I use for my cream bronzer and I'm just blending my cream products together. Next, I'm going in with my Too Faced concealer. I do switch out concealers, but this is the one I chose for this specific day. And I am just going in and highlighting the parts of my face that are naturally highlighted. And then I am making sure that I am blending out the concealer underneath my eyes last because that is where I need the most coverage since I do have dark circles. And then I'm taking that brush that I use for my skin tint just to blend everything in. Now I'm showing y'all the setting powders that I use. Y'all, I love this About Face setting powder. I don't know why more people are not talking about it, but I love it. I have the pink one, which is the one that I'm using in the video. And I also have one that is more of like a neutral, like yellow oranges tint. I'll use that in another video, but I really love the setting powders. So I like to go in first with a pressed powder. My powder of choice is the Charlotte Tilbury one. That is the first one that I showed y'all in the compact. And then after I set with the pressed powder, I like to go in on top with a usually pink setting powder if I'm doing pink blush. And so that's what I'm doing right here. I just think that using a pressed powder first just gives me better coverage, especially because I'm someone who has dark circles and I have fine lines underneath my eyes. Once my under eyes are set, I am going in to set the rest of my face with my powder. So this is the Morphe Glamabronze Powder Bronzer. Is actually discontinued, so you can use whatever bronzing powder you have. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm using the One Size press powder, and I really love this, y'all. I'm not just saying it because I'm using it. It's actually a very good setting powder. And then I'm taking the excess that's on the brush, and I'm just brushing off that loose powder from underneath my eyes. In here, you can see that I'm using Watermelon Bliss from House Labs. The most perfect blush. Like, the footage is not doing it any justice, but it's so pretty, y'all. Here, I'm contouring my nose. I don't like to do a heavy contour because I like my nose to look black. I don't have no problem with that. And then here I'm using the Morphe setting spray and then the Danessa Myricks new setting spray. And then I'm taking the butt of this, not beauty blender, but this like sponge. And I'm just pressing that setting spray in. And then I'm going into my waterline, and I'm just putting some black down there because that's just my vibe. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it, girl. And then I'm putting on my Fenty mascara because it's the best. And then I'm showing y'all the lashes that I used. Again, y'all, I'm so sorry for the overexposure, but I will have the lashes that I used linked. And then for lips, I am using this One Size lip liner in the shade Coin Collector, which I love so, so bad. But if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, you can also try Morphe's Trendsetter, which I'll also link below. And then for lipstick, I'm using Blankety by MAC, and then this gloss from Maybelline in the shade Gummy Bear. All right, y'all, so this is the final look. I hope that y'all enjoyed watching the video as much as I enjoyed making it, because when they say makeup therapy, this is exactly what they mean. I needed this after the week that I had, okay? I just feel like so cutesy and sophisticated and grown, especially because I did my nails yesterday, so I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's like this kind of like burgundy cat eye. Is really pretty. And I also filmed that, but also this is a new channel, so I'm trying to figure out what y'all like. So if you want to see something specific, if you want me to go into more detail, or you want me to do a video where I'm actually talking you through how I'm applying my makeup, let me know, because I can make that happen for you too. Also, if you want a similar video to this where I just use like drugstore or more affordable products, I can also do that, okay? So let me know what y'all want below. And thank you again for watching this video, coming to my channel. I hope that you decide to subscribe. If not now, I'm gonna catch up with you later, okay? So you might as well subscribe right now. Until next time, see you later.